High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
He's going to take it himself for a championship! A double play wins it from Frazier!
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch! McKay's on touchdown!
Into the layup, goes at the buzzer.
Wins it! The championship!
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
He's going to take it himself for a championship! A double play wins it from Frazier!
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch! McKay's on
Brookfield Academy Knights.
Good morning, everyone, from Pat Jones Field at the E-Line Soccer Park. Welcome to the 2021 Division IV Girls Soccer Tournament, where today we're going to bring a semifinal to you between the second-seeded Howards Grove Tigers and the third-seeded Blue Knights of Brookfield Academy. Greg Zonefeld, glad to have you along here along the NFHS network on WIAA.tv. We're going to bring you a semifinal here. There's one going on next door at Kohler Engine Stadium that has top seed Cedar Grove, Belgium, and Assumption of Wisconsin Rapids. The winners of these two matches are going to meet for the championship later on today at 4 o'clock. Two teams highly regarded, highly ranked throughout the season in the ratings. Brookfield Academy comes in the third seed in the tournament, but the fifth ranked team in the latest WSCA poll. The Blue Knights of Coach Lee Rogers, 9-0-2 on the season, 4-0-1 in Midwest Classic Conference play. They opened their season with draws against Kenosha St. Joseph and Lake Country Lutheran, but since then have been unblemished, 9 straight victories without a defeat. As for Howards Grove, they come into today's game 10-2-1, second seeded in the tournament, 7th ranked overall. They finished 6-2 in the Big East Conference. That conference won by Cedar Grove, Belgium. Incidentally, the Tigers were third. St. Mary Catholic was second in that conference race. It beat Howards Grove 4-3 during the season, but in the sectional final, the teams played to a 2-2 draw, and it was penalty kicks that made the difference as Howards Grove advanced to play here at Pat Jones Field today. Second appearance ever for Howards Grove. They were here in 2017 when they lost their opening round game to Lake Country Lutheran 4-0. That year, the Tigers finished 19-6-1. As for Brookfield Academy, their third trip to state. In 2015, they lost in the semis on penalty kicks, and in 2017, they took home the gold ball, knocking off Lake Country Lutheran 1-0. Brookfield Academy will be down one of their key players, senior midfielder and captain Abby Doble. She headed off to West Point today to begin her commitment. She was appointed a cadet at the United States Military Academy, and she's off to West Point today, so they'll be without her. Also have Morgan Allen, their central defender, a bit hobbled with a torn ankle ligament. So we'll have to see once how that goes, although Allen is in uniform and warm-up. The captain, a key component in her defense that has notched 7 shutouts in their 9 victories on the season. Howards Grove, their tournament trail began with a defeat of Omro 7-2 in the regional semifinal. Then they beat Elkhart Lake Glen Beulah 7-3 to win the regional title. Sectionals, they beat New Holstein 2-0, and as we said, knocked off St. Mary Catholic on penalties after the teams battled to a 2-2 draw through 110 minutes of action. Brookfield Academy's tournament trail, shutout win over Lakeside Lutheran in the regional game, and then in sectionals, they beat Heritage Christian University Lake School 7-1. And then avenged a tie that they had early in the season with Kenosha St. Joseph's. They beat them 1-0 in the sectional final. Ironically, in 2019, the last full soccer season that we played in the WIAA, it was St. Joseph that beat Brookfield Academy 2-1 in the sectional semis. So two teams getting out here onto the field, the Pat Jones pitch, and we're getting set for action. Our officials for today's game, the official list given to me earlier, it's Joseph Wendelich from Stevens Point, Jason Stroik, and Randy Matchie are his assistants. So Howards Grove in the blue and black striped uniforms, gold numerals, and Brookfield Academy in white jerseys with blue numerals. And we are set for action in this WIAA state semifinal. On the line, a berth in the championship later on today in this modified format where the teams will play 2 matches in one day. Brookfield Academy going right to left across your dial or across your screen as you watch this game. Knocking it down up front, trying to find Patty Weiss, and that ball goes out of bounds. Howards Grove set to play it in. A 3-5-2 for the Blue Knights, a 4-4-2 by Howards Grove. Well, they're going to see those formations flex a little bit as they try to get the matchups that they need. Howards Grove tries to play it up to Tatum Theobald. She can't get it and then does, but then the ball loose in a scrum in the middle, and coming out of there with it is Claire Tracy, the freshman player of the year in the Midwest Classic Conference. Wears jersey number 4, 20 goals, 9 assists on the year. Not often you see a freshman get the player of the year in the conference, but that was the case for Coach Lee Rogers and his squad this year. Brookfield Academy with the throw now into the offensive third as we watch action at field level, right at the center of the field, between the benches. That's Tracy getting it on her foot. Now she feeds over there to Sarah Wilson. Wilson trying to go wide, and we're going to get a whistle, and the flag is up. It's going to be an offside. That looks like that was, I think, Madison York, who wasn't projected to be in the starting lineup, but is in the starting 11. Times we can prepare all we want, but never know what the coaches are going to throw in last minute as they look at how their week of practice went, getting ready for this one. Scrum in the middle of the field. A little bit of contact, but coming clear with it is Olivia Smith. And that's displaced by the Tigers, but they can't do anything with it. Now Tracy feeds out wide. With it over there is York. York, a freshman midfielder as well. A lot of young players out on the field for the Blue Knights. Tracy trying to wheel and deal. Defended there by Riley Reichwald. Here comes big cross into the middle. Trying to get it down to their feet are the Blue Knights. Can't do it, but they hold possession. Ball drop back in the middle of Olivia Smith. She's going to play back to her defender. That ball getting loose, but tracking it down over there is Jackie Dyke, or Deek, I should say. Jackie Deek gets that one, but knocks it out of bounds for a Howards Grove throw-in. Howards Grove, one of 2 teams in the Big East Conference in this Division IV field. Tigers and top-ranked Cedar Grove, Belgium. Here they come up front. Trying to get it off there is Daney. Daney can't quite catch up and get that one. Sydney Daney, a sophomore, first-team all-conference player. But Carly Zeiler is able to retreat and get that. She dumps it in the middle, but no one's running there, and it's an easy gobble up for Madeline Winvin. Madeline Winvin, the daughter of Coach Michael Winvin. Coaches the squad along with Steve Knerner. Winvin been at the helm now, just his first year for Howards Grove, and he's brought the team to the state tournament. Lee Rogers, longtime coach at Brookfield Academy. There's an interception there in the middle by Tracy. Tracy looks to play Wilson, and she does. And now they get it out to the outside back over here, Carly Zeiler. Zeiler tries to get it turned around and almost runs over the ball boy here on the sideline. Out of bounds, we have another Howards Grove throw-in. Theobald with it, trying to break through, but is foiled easily by Deek. And now Brookfield Academy, which has clearly owned possession here in the first 4 minutes of this one. Trying to set up their runs, and this is intercepted now. It's Mackenzie Holsworth. Holsworth is senior, 6 goals, 7 assists. Trying to break through, ball bouncing around, and cleared out of trouble back there by Zeiler. Howards Grove trying to keep it in, and they do. Here comes Ava Preby. She tries to go around the corner. That ball's touched. Just about out for a goal kick, but coming out to get it, Brookfield's Annika Zeiser. Junior goalkeeper, 7 shutouts on the year, 0.72 goals against average. Drop kick comes all the way out there to midfield. Ball out of bounds there. Will be another Brookfield Academy throw-in. Both these teams early on just trying to figure each other out. 2 teams that did not play each other during the year. A little bit of contrasting styles. There's a miss by the defender in the back, but coming out to play it off her feet is the goalkeeper, Zeiser. Ball get dumped inside and now popping back out. Coming on the sideline right in front of us, out of bounds, we'll have a Howards Grove throw-in. Josie Larson, sophomore defender with the throw-in, gets it down to Preby. Preby has it taken away by Tracy. Tracy eludes one player. Now she's going to look for the field change. She got a player making a run who was onside. Just alertly knocked out of there by the Howards Grove Central defender, Sage Damrow, or that could have been business and an opportunity for the Blue Knights. Throw in right in front of us here. Lorette Blanchard is going to give back. Correction, we give it back here to Carly Zeiler. Defender coming up to take the throw, and now winning it in the middle for Howards Grove is Peyton Charles. Charles going up front, finds Reichwald. Reichwald now gives it off to Holsworth. Holsworth back to Charles. Charles trying to find somewhere to go. Knocked away by Brookfield Academy, and in the scrum going after it. Looks like Patty Weiss. Had it, now lost it. Back comes Holsworth for Howards Grove, putting a long ball down the middle. Trying to run onto that is Riley Reichwald, the junior forward. Scored 26 goals on the season. Not a tall player, but a good burst of speed there. And speaking of speed, here on the counter come the Brookfield Academy Blue Knights. It's lost by Tracy and cleared down the line by Preby. Preby trying to get it down the line. It's knocked out of bounds by the Blue Knights. Got a throw in the offensive third coming for Howards Grove. Peyton Charles. Charles locked up. Balls comes loose. And now with it with some space is Tracy. Tracy feeds inside to Wilson. Wilson trying to go long as they look for their two forwards, Daney and Weiss, and unable to get it there. Now we have a foul. First infraction whistled here. Referee sees a handball, and it'll be a free kick in the center circle. Playing quickly is Howards Grove. They get it up to Reichwald. Reichwald drops it back to Holsworth. Trying to get it back there is Theobald. Two girls hit, helping each other up. Theobald definitely shook up. Looks like she's going to be okay. Here comes a long ball from the outside from the defender, Josie Larson. That goes way wide, and we'll have a goal kick coming up for Brookfield Academy. So in the 8th minute, no score. No real opportunities for either one of these teams so far. About the only stoppage we've had has been one foul. Other than that, a pretty cleanly played opening part of this Division IV semifinal game. Next door over at Kohler Engine Stadium, they're underway now. Cedar Grove, Belgium, and Assumption on the run down the right side. Come the Blue Knights. It's knocked out of bounds. On to get the quick throw into Weiss. Patty Weiss, the freshman, can't quite get the first touch. A couple of dynamic freshmen for Brookfield Academy and Weiss and Tracy. The roster has lots of young players on it, so for Lee Rogers and the Blue Knights, you're going to see them here more often in the future without a doubt with the talent that they have here. Good win there by Riley Reichwald. She goes nose to nose with Blanchard of Brookfield Academy. Reichwald still with it on her foot, tries to slot a ball down the middle. She tried to connect with Theobald. Couldn't quite get it. Good job defensively by Brookfield Academy. Shielded off the ball, and the ball rolls back to the keeper, Zeiser. She'll give another nice punt. Nice drop kick. Not a lot of goalies can master that, but they do. Ball comes back there in the middle to Wilson. Wilson, the ball is flicked. And off to the races are both teams, but coming out to get that one is Madeline Winvan, the senior goalie, daughter of Coach Michael Winvan. Senior 1.49 goals against average. Howards Grove looks to put up a lot of goals, even though they concede some. Whereas Brookfield Academy, their goals against average down around 0.7. Less than 1 goal per game. Here's a throw-in once again right here at half field, taken by Larson. Larson trying to get it up to Preby, and the ball's cleared out of there and out of bounds by Zeiler of the Knights. Ball comes in the middle. They get it to Tracy. Tracy trying to make a move, trying to get around one player. She does. Here she comes around the left side in space. Cutting inside toward the box, now into the middle, looking for somewhere to go. Stops. Looking for an option, and she slots it inside. Trying to run onto it there is Blanchard. She can't quite get there. We just saw a little example of the high skill level of Claire Tracy. There's 20 goals and 9 assists, and you can see how and why when you saw her make that run and try to break down the Tigers' defense. Throw in coming. Flick header into the middle by Sydney Daney. but it goes too far, and it's collected by Winvin in the goal. Winvin set to punt. Good punt, no spin, just the kind you like to see, but it's headed out of there by Brookfield Academy's defender, Megan Scholler. Jackie Dyke. Here with space is Tracy. Tracy looking for somewhere to go, now goes wide. Has the overlapping runner on the far side is York. York trying to feed it inside to Weiss. Ball still popping loose. Tracy gets it back again, has it on her left foot, puts a shot on, and it's going to be wide. Just wide. First real shot attempt we've seen for either team. Not on goal, but a shot nonetheless. Not too dangerous. Yet we see how Claire Tracy can find herself free and ready to go in the action there. Substitution coming up here for Brookfield Academy. Samara Rutherford, a sophomore defender, will come in at the next break. On the run and carrying the ball there is Holsworth. Holsworth evades one player, now another. Nice step up in the back by Carly Zeiler. Zeiler now going to feed down the outside, trying to get Blanchard. And that ball's going to carry. Blanchard gets locked up, and defensively for Josie Larson for Howard's Grove sticks her nose in there, and we're going to have that substitution here as we have a Howard's Grove throw-in. So Samara Rutherford, the sophomore, checks in, and she'll replace Megan Scholler, her classmate and center back. So Rutherford will fill that center back spot. They're 4-4-2. Ball comes in the middle. Morgan Allen coming up to play that one. And the ball hit her hand, and be an easy call there for our center official, Joseph Wendelich. And a free kick coming. And now she's going to ask for 10 yards instead of opting for the quick restart. And they're ready to go. So free kick in the central third. Not too dangerous. Brookfield Academy holds the 18. Big long ball played in the middle by Sage Damrow. Popped up and clearing it out of there. Trying to clear it out of there, rather, where the Blue Knights unable to do so, but there in the middle is Tracy. Tracy now double teamed. Takes the pass. Coming back to get it there nicely is Daney. And Daney loses it. Now the ball is going out wide. Off to get it is Peyton Charles with the dribble for Howard's Grove. Still with it on the dribble. Now stepping up as the defender, and we get a foul called on Howard's Grove. Nice step up that time by Morgan Allen. Brookfield Academy playing three defenders, 3-5-2, puts a lot of pressure on your defense. But Morgan Allen, the senior, 6'1", good tall center back, something you always like to see. Center backs with that height, able to win a lot of those balls in the air, and she definitely fits the bill on that one. Sarah Wilson, the holding mid, trying to play that ball wide, a little bit too far, and into the Brookfield Academy seating area over there on the far side. 14 minutes in, we'll play 45-minute halves. This is the last year we'll do that in WIAA, as the experimental waiver from the National Federation will be ending this year. With speed comes Claire Tracy. Tracy trying to find it out wide. Feed it out wide to Weiss. Weiss still trying to dribble, now finds it in the middle. With it there is Wilson. Wilson on her feet. Dumps it out wide, give and go. Now she's going to go to the overlapping runner in the outside. That's York. York feeds in the middle. Now the ball is loose. Howard's Grove trying to get it clear, and they are going to get it clear. As dribbling out of trouble there was Mackenzie Holsworth. And just about trying to get it out, just about coming back to get it there was Olivia Smith, the sophomore. Maybe overtouched just a little bit, and we have a Howard's Grove throw-in coming up here. Players locked up there in the middle, and coming out of there is Theobald. Theobald trying to feed it inside, and now taken away by the Blue Knights. Here comes the feed on the overlap. Here comes Sarah Wilson. Wilson coming around to the left side, engages with Larson, but knocked back in. And Howard's Grove able to get the win, and they've got some space. Mackenzie Holsworth with space. 3-on-3. Dumps it through the middle, and now here goes Theobald. Theobald is into the box. Theobald ready. Cuts. Shoots. off the post, off the crossbar. Tatum Theobald. And now the ball comes wide. Howards Grove still with it in the offensive end. Peyton Charles, she puts it on goal. And diving for the save and gathering that one in is Annika Zeiser. So our best scoring chance of the game comes here in the 16th minute. Tatum Theobald pinging the crossbar. Great opportunity goes by the boards for Howards Grove, as both these teams try to be the first one to dent the scoreboard in this one. Howards Grove, good last 3-4 minutes. Here's Holsworth. Holsworth drops it off to Reichwald. Reichwald trying to find space. You got 5'1" against 6'1", as the big center back Morgan Allen engages there, and here the ball comes to the sideline. We're going to have a throw-in, and we'll have substitutions coming in both ways. Brookfield Academy brings in Bryn Jady, a sophomore. In for Howards Grove, Kendall Gotziger, a freshman midfielder. And also returning is Megan Scholler, sophomore center back. Throw-in comes in. Sage Damrell, the sophomore, being pursued by the reserve Bryn Jady. Ball goes out of bounds, forcing the error. It's Howards Grove. Brookfield Academy with the throw-in. Taking the throw there is Carly Zeiler. Zeiler gets it in the middle there to Daney. Daney heads it up. Winning it there is Weiss. Weiss with the drop ball off to Wilson. Wilson trying to spread the field. She does. Comes wide to Madison York. And she couldn't quite handle it on her first touch. And Howards Grove will get the ball on the turnover. Ball coming down the far side. Retreating there is Jackie Deek. Knocks it out of bounds. And now once again with space, we see Tatum Theobald. And got a foul over there. Once again, Morgan Allen going to engage, and she got knocked over. She's taking a couple of hard shots as that center defender. Usually your defenders are the ones dishing out the punishment, but this time getting the rough end of both of those is Morgan Allen, and she had an ankle injury coming in, actually playing with a torn ankle ligament. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Nice move coming through traffic by Mackenzie Holsworth. Still goes through, cuts back. The ball is still loose. Finally, Brookfield Academy able to get it out of trouble. And with the dribble is Olivia Smith. Smith maybe one too many touches, broken up there by Sage Damrell. And now here comes a long ball. There are two Tigers engaged with Patty Weiss. Weiss still able to come out of there with it, feeds it inside. Here with it is Daney. Daney with a shot, and it goes just wide from just outside the 18. Sydney Daney, the sophomore, trying to dial one up from just outside the box. And that one went wide. Maiken Grunwald in, a freshman for Howards Grove. She'll replace Jocelyn Carmody over at the far side, the outside mid, one of the wingers. Goal kick comes up. Stepping up to win that is Gottsacker. Ball sent up. Trying to head it out of trouble there is Deek. Ball's going to go over to the far side, and trying to track that one down and keep it in, but unable to do so was Kendall Gottsacker. A lot of play in the middle of the field, but we have seen some chances both ways. The best one, Tatum Theobald hitting the crossbar with a shot from in close. But we remain scoreless. A lot of speed up there from Theobald. Theobald trying to battle, or in a battle with Olivia Smith of Brookfield Academy over there. Now Theobald trying to get the cross. It's deflected, pops inside, coming to the far post, still loose in the box, trying to clear it out of there, and finally Brookfield Academy getting it out of trouble. And keeping it in is Mackenzie Holsworth. And now we're going to get a foul. They're going to have allowed advantage to go. They allow the advantage. We're going to have a free kick coming for Howards Grove. There was a collision. Officials signified advantage, allowed it to play, and here comes the quick restart. Here comes the shot from Damrell, right to the keeper. About a 30-yard hit there. Sage Damrell, sophomore center back. Hoping to get a runner to run onto that and was unable to do so. And our game remains scoreless here in the 21st minute. Long ball coming through. Daney with the header, now trying to run it down. And Sage Damrow puts it out the sideline right into the Howards Grove bench. And a throw-in upcoming for Brookfield Academy. The Blue Knights in their third ever state tournament appearance. Comes across inside, ball looking up in the middle. Headed up in the air by Megan Schuler, but getting it down on her feet is Claire Tracy. And Tracy going to try to take a shot from long, and it's deflected. And we'll have our first corner kick of this game. And it will come to Brookfield Academy here on the near side. First corner, the 22nd minute. No score between third seed and fifth ranked Brookfield Academy and the second seed and seventh ranked Howards Grove. Coaches seeding this state tournament. Two members from the same conference. Certainly doesn't hurt when the seedings are close. And really the 2 or the 3 doesn't really matter. You're going to be where you're at anyway. So set to tee it up with the corner kick is Brookfield Academy, and that's going to swing. Too much of an in-swinger, never really got a chance to get across the goal mouth. Goes out of bounds for a goal kick. Taking that goal kick there was Sydney Daney. So it'll be a goal kick coming up here for Howards Grove. And as they try to get the ball at field, there's a lockup in the center of the field, but able to come out of the traffic with it is Mackenzie Holward. She's shown a real ability to win balls there in the middle. Now it's going to look to cut it back, and she does, trying to find the diagonal runner, Reichwald. But she loses it, and now here comes Claire Tracy with space. Tracy trying to put it long, goes too far, and Windman, the keeper, will come out and play a long ball off her foot. Trying to find Theobald. Theobald trying to win the ball, and she does. She plays it up to Gottsacker. Gottsacker coming up the far side. It's broken up, though, by the Blue Knight defense, and it'll be a Howards Grove throw right at the midline. Getting near or midway through this opening half. 23rd minute. No score so far. Quick throw in coming from Larson as we look next door at Kohler Engine Stadium. Cedar Grove, Belgium, the top seed, number 1 ranked team, has taken a 1-0 lead 15 minutes in against Assumption. Here's a battle inside. We got 1 chasing 3. Turned outside nicely by Samara Rutherford, sophomore defender, but coming way across the field to win it there is Claire Tracy. Tracy through 2 people, has a feed inside, trying to find it off to Weiss, and it can't quite connect. It looked like Patty Weiss had some room, but couldn't quite get connected with that pass. And now the ball knocked out of bounds. We'll have a Howards Grove throw-in. Greg Zonefeld with you from Pat Jones Field at the E-Line Soccer Park. The 2021 Girls State Soccer Tournament. You're watching Division 4 action this morning. Brookfield Academy in the white uniforms. Howards Grove in the striped blue and black. 2 teams looking for a berth to play for a state championship later on this afternoon at 4 o'clock for the right to bring home a ball to the trophy case. Slick moves over there by Tracy, and she's double teamed, knocked out of bounds for yet another throw in. Going to switch it up here a little bit. Patty Weiss will come over. We look at the Brookfield Academy lineup, and their starting 11 today is just 1 senior. There would have been 2, but Abby Doble, as we said in the pregame, one of their captains, headed to West Point to enroll today, so unable to be here and play with her team. And now with space, here comes Howards Grove. Dribble was left off, and now with it is Holsworth. Holsworth comes wide here to Gottsacker. Gottsacker thought she had space, but loses it. Now here come the Blue Knights. Pass comes down the line. Sydney Daney on the run. 1 defender chasing, another heading inside. Daney with it. Engaged by Damrow, the Howards Grove defender, and it's knocked off of her out of bounds. We're going to get another corner. Second corner kick of the game for the Blue Knights. And Brookfield Academy is going to send up Sarah Wilson, the sophomore midfielder, to take this corner. Howards Grove drops 9 players defensively to assist the goalkeeper. 5 players in the pattern for Brookfield Academy. Look for an in-swinger here. based on their setup, going to probably look to get this one right in the middle of the mixer. We'll see once where they put it. It is right in the middle, trying to get the header near post. It just barely missed. Right at the near post was Sydney Daney, trying to target her head there at the near post. Went high, just about had an opportunity, but couldn't quite cash in the flick header. So a good chance there in the 26th minute. Off the restart for Brookfield Academy, and they keep it on offense. Here comes Tracy. Tracy feeds it up there to Weiss. Weiss unable to connect it and trying to clear his Howard's Grove. And here they come again with some space. Another ball won in midfield by Mackenzie Holwart. Stop and go dribble move. And now she's slowed down. And now kidding it is Gottsacker. Gottsacker trying to look up front as they look for Theobald. Can't get it there. And a long clear from Brookfield Academy is going to be too far. It's going to be into the crowd on the far side among the Tiger fans. And we'll have a throw in and a substitution. Mackenzie Kufas checks in, freshman, forward and midfielder, and she's going to give a rest to Tatum Theobald. Theobald with the best scoring chance in the game in this one. Nailed the crossbar with a shot. Back in about the 12th minute. But both teams with some chances, neither one really cashing in. And we remain scoreless here. Yesterday, had a couple of overtime games in the tournament. Divine Savior Holy Angels and Kenosha Bradford Ruther played to overtime before DSHA, the eventual state champions, won 2-1 in the semifinal. And the game we had here at Pat Jones Field, with 2.5 hours of various lightning delays, Notre Dame knocked off Oregon 2-1 in overtime. Lots of soccer to play here yet, as we're not quite to the half-hour mark. In this game, we remain scoreless. Tracy with the dribble. Pass is intercepted. And once again, who is it? It's Mackenzie Holsworth. Holsworth looking to go long. Has a runner running through the middle is Charles. And players are engaged. The ball is going to be allowed to go out of bounds in the end line. It should be a goal kick. And it was, but that time Peyton Charles, the senior, trying to get loose, but defended nicely. They're in the back by junior Carly Zeiler. Zeiler playing that ball off of Charles and then being aware of where that has gone. Charles normally a midfielder, and here she intercepts the goal kick. Charles trying to run onto it, but went just a little bit too far. That time Monica Zeiser's goal kick did not get enough air. Charles was able to collect. With the dribble is Tracy. Stop and go move now, displaced and taken away by Gottsacker. Gottsacker cutting inside, looking to go long. Ball deflects off the defender, but coming out to get it was Zeiser, trying to connect over there on the far side with McKenna Kufas. The ball got away from the Brookfield Academy defense, but not so far that Zeiser couldn't go and collect it. Good long punt once again. She's got that drop kick down perfectly, especially on this turf. You get a nice true bounce when trying to make that drop kick. Inside play. Here's the pass from midfield from Olivia Smith, trying to connect with the overlapping run from Bryn Jaidi. And now Jaidi with the throw down in the corner, attempting to find Daney. Daney is defended, has the ball, but it goes out of bounds, and a goal kick upcoming. In the 30th minute, a little more comfortable day today than yesterday, although it is humid, kind of a haze in the air. Yesterday we battled the rain off and on and lightning and everything else. The wind was south and north and south and all around us as the front kind of was staying right above Milwaukee. Today, hopefully we can avoid the raindrops. With some pace, losing the ball but getting it back are the Blue Knights' Patty Weiss. Weiss now trying to make the pass, and it's a little bit too far, but getting it anyway is Tracy. Tracy with a dribble and another dribble, and that time she's double-teamed. The ball's knocked loose, and going down the far side is Kufas. Kufas looking to go. Knocked loose by the defender Deke over there. Tracy with it again, and now up from the back on the run comes Sarah Wilson. Loose ball in the middle, and that's going to be a Brookfield Academy foul. Wilson couldn't quite maintain her balance as she plowed into Sage Damrow, and it'll be a free kick coming here for Howard's Grove. Long ball, played up quickly, but played right to the center back, Morgan Allen. Didn't have to move at all. The ball just kind of collected right to her. Here's the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Knights, and Howard's Grove will reload quickly. Gottsacker with the throw, trying to get it in there to Charles. Charles has her pass broken up. Getting it, though, at the top of the box with the dribble is Reichwald. Reichwald with a shot. Collected defensively. Reichwald got free, and stepping up to knock it back in there is Damrow. And that ball's going to bounce off the Brookfield Academy defense. But Howard's Grove showing a little promise there offensively. Looked like Reichwald might be free to get a shot, but couldn't get enough on it, and it kind of got caught up in traffic. Eventually the ball cleared out by the keeper. Good win over there defensively by Megan Scholler. She stepped up. That's what you like to see your defenders do, not wait on that ball. Here comes Reichwald. Normally a forward, but we've seen her in a little more of a midfield position in this one. Fighting there with it, and coming through is Howard's Grove. And now they play another long ball, and that one's too far for Charles. Kendall Gottsacker doing a good job off the bench on this outside mid. Emily Wesseljack returns for Howard's Grove. And she'll replace Samara Rutherford. Coach Winvin trying to keep those defenders fresh against this potent Brookfield Academy offense. Long ball comes up. Collecting there in the middle is Claire Tracy. Tracy now trying to make the field change, and it's knocked loose, and here coming with it is Charles. Charles going across the field, but she's has that ball knocked away cleanly by the Brookfield Academy defense. And now with it on the dribble is Sarah Wilson. Wilson lost, though. Comes a shot, or actually not really a shot. Trying to play the ball through was Riley Reichwald. Went too far. And the ball goes out of bounds for yet another goal kick. So in the 33rd minute. Live stats not working for us right now. Trying to pull those up, and shots pretty even. Check that at halftime. Wisconsin Lutheran stat crew helping us out today. Yesterday it was UW Milwaukee. Ball down on the far side is headed up in the air by Jackie Deek. Now trying to run through. Either team able to get the ball in their foot right now. And now it's a big long clear there by Morgan Allen. Gets it up to Daney. Daney trying to find somewhere to go, and Daney's going to get whistled for the foul. So Holzworth goes down there in the center circle. Actually, Damrow goes down there in the center circle. We're going to have a quick restart coming here, and now they're going to ask for 10. And Brookfield Academy will set two people in the wall about 10 yards out, right down the center, edge of the circle. Sage Damrow with the bending ball, and it goes out of bounds. And it'll be free for a goal kick. No score here. Brookfield Academy and Howard's Grove in this Division IV semifinal. In the other Division IV semifinal, they're in the 26th minute. Cedar Grove, Belgium leading Assumption by a score of 1-0. Goal kick set to come in play. Ava Preby, the sophomore midfielder, set to check back in for Howard's Grove at the next break. Ball there in the middle. Battled for. Daney gets it. Still battling. And now trying to get a foot on it. Neither team able to really connect. And now comes a long ball up from the back. And it's cleared in there and collected by Claire Tracy. Tracy trying to go wide. Looks for Weiss. Ball not wide enough, and Megan Scholler checks up top from the defense, knocks it out the sideline. Scholler, the sophomore. She and Damrow, the center backs, done a nice job controlling that part of the field. I've not really seen Brookfield Academy break loose with too many opportunities. Now the substitution, Preby comes in. Started the game at right mid, but looks like she's going to go over to left mid as she replaces Maiken Grunwald, the freshman. So while a little more experienced lineup Well, actually, only a little. 3 seniors started this game for Howard's Grove. Only 2 for Brookfield Academy, so both these teams really young. Well, ball's won in the midfield by Olivia Smith, but then cleared out of there by Howard's Grove as Brookfield Academy tried to get some connections. So far, one of the stories coming in was Morgan Allen, the center back, hasn't really shown the effects of that ankle injury so far. Been pretty solid there in the middle. Mackenzie Holsworth trying to feed it up top to Reichwald. Ball is intercepted. And now playing with it in the back is Jackie Deek, a junior, first-team all-conference player in the Midwest Classic Conference. We got a throw-in for Howard's Grove, and now back in is Tatum Theobald. Theobald checks in, and Peyton Charles will come out. Charles, typically a midfielder, but did a nice job playing up front there. Had a couple good chances. Really good ball winner. You'd like to see those senior captains show the kind of flexibility that Charles has so far in this first half. Long ball coming up. Trying to collect it is Theobald. She's got fresh legs coming just off the bench, trying to set up her move, goes to the right. Now looking for the overlap and Gottsacker. Gottsacker crosses it, but the ball hangs, and they're unable to get anything on it on the backside of the cross. And Annika Zeiser coming up to grab that one. Zeiser this time electing to throw, and a beautiful throw to half field. Gets it off to Tracy. Tracy now with the wide ball. Coming up the outside is Bryn Jaidi. Jaidi looking to try to get across. Nice job, though, defensively. Coming back to match that there is Josie Larson. Larson trying to get it up. And now with it again on her foot is Tracy. Tracy looking for the give and go. She gets it on the pass back from Wilson. Now they come wide. Jaidi with it. Now off to Daney. Daney, thought that she had Tracy running, and she wasn't. And now coming back on the counterattack, here come the Tigers. Mackenzie Holsworth. Cuts left, cuts right. Now puts the through ball there, trying to get her forwards to run onto it. And a little bit too far there for Tatum Theobald. And the ball rolls too far and into the hands of the netminder, Zeiser. Zeiser again, another beautiful punt well across half field, collected in the circle by Daney, but Daney can't do anything with it. And now here comes Howard's Grove, Sage Damrow. Damrow through one line, now through a second line, broke 2 lines of the defense, and that forces Jackie Deek to just knock it out of bounds. And we'll have a throw-in and a substitution. Checking back in is Jocelyn Carmody, the sophomore midfielder. And she'll replace the reserve Kendall Gottsacker. Called her name a lot in the minute she was in there. Had some good opportunities, creating some offense. With it on the dribble is Claire Tracy, trying to find the long ball to Weiss. Unable to do so. Howard's Grove trying to clear it as Carmody. And knocks the ball out of bounds off of a Blue Knight defender, and Howard's Grove will maintain possession there. Patty Weiss, the freshman, now leaves it off to Tracy, her classmate. Tracy with a nice stop move. The whole defense runs by, trying to feed it inside, but it's deflected. Cleared up out of there by the Tigers. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Deek. So Howard's Grove won 5 straight to open the season, then had back-to-back, then had losses to St. Mary Central 4-3, St. Mary Catholic up in Neenah, and Cedar Grove, Belgium 2-0. 2 really, really strong programs, both of those top 10 ranked programs. Of course, Cedar Grove number 1. St. Mary Catholic also in the rankings throughout the year. Ball trying to get a through ball as they look for Theobald. It's broken up but held in. Howard's Grove having a little more of the run of play here over the last 5-10 minutes. But neither team able to do much with it as we wind toward the 40th minute. Just over 5 minutes remaining until halftime, and starting to drizzle just a little bit more. We see the umbrellas and the raincoats out on the far side, and the coaches on the bench putting on their rain gear as well. We're under a tent, and as long as it's this kind of rain out we had yesterday, hopefully we stay dry. Long ball coming way too far, but is forcing Megan Scholler to engage with it, and Patty Weiss trying to defend her over there, and Scholler puts it out the sideline. So a deeper throw in here for Brookfield Academy. And looks like it's going to be Claire Tracy who's going to take it. Gets it into Weiss, probably looking to get it back to Tracy. Dumps it in the middle. Daney hadn't checked quite far enough over. Ball settles in the center of the field and won by Olivia Smith. Smith gets it over there to York. York now drops it back to her defender. That's Deke. Deke dumps it in the middle. Daney with it. Daney trying to get it. Cleared out of there by Howard's Grove. Not cleared far enough as the ball is collected but knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Claire Tracy. And we'll have another substitution coming here for Howard's Grove. Checking in Whitley Schumacher, another freshman. He's going to come to play on the far side. Placing fellow sub McKenna Kufas. Kufas did some really nice things as well. So young players galore on both of these teams. You hate to say this time around is just a learning experience, but it's going to be a learning experience for teams that could very well be back over the next couple years. Evading a couple players is Reichwald. Reichwald into the box. Reichwald pass it off, looking for the give and go. Looked like could be an opportunity, but clearing it out of there is Carly Zeiler. Does it look like Howard's Grove putting some combinations together there? And now they still have it in the offensive third. Theobald with it. Looking for somewhere to go inside, but it's cleared up by Allen. Allen gets it, and now here's Tracy. Stop and go move. She's knocked down from behind by Holsworth. Really nice stop and go move by Claire Tracy, and Holsworth couldn't do much but run her over as her momentum was going too far. Here comes a long send. Collected inside by Wilson. Wilson now going backwards, but finds the later runner, and that's Tracy. That pass is broken up and held in here by the defender. Back here, Zeiler. Zeiler goes wide to Deke. Deke with a big ball in the middle. It skips, but easy pickup there for Madeline Winvan. First time she's touched the ball in a little while. And now she'll punt it as we play the final couple minutes here of half number one in a scoreless game, and the rain picking up just a little bit more. Ball knocked out of bounds. Be a throw-in coming here right in front of our broadcast booth here. Big throw-in is one, and now knocked down the line by Laurette Blanchard. But that one's too far, goes way deep. Be a deep throw-in here for Howard's Grove. Brookfield Academy probably wanting to tighten up the defense, see if they can hold this in their offensive third and get an opportunity here late before half. Tracy comes to get it. Gets around one player, now is going to cut across the field. Now going to let a shot go, and it's a goal! Claire Tracy drags the ball across the center of the field and lets go a 20-foot bender. That's up and into the net. And at 43-21, Brookfield Academy strikes on a goal by Claire Tracy. The freshman with her 21st goal of the year puts the Blue Knight faithful into a frenzy on the far side and gives her team a 1-0 lead. A nice 20-yard bullet. Had a little bend and got over top of the goalkeeper Maddie Winvan. Is just 5'2" and just above her outstretched arms. And the Blue Knights draw blood first late in the first half.
Blue Knights goal, 43.
Trying to get the quick counter. Here's Howard's Grove. Ball going up front, trying to find Theobald. Can't get it there. Now coming to win it is Daney, and Daney had to go just a little bit beyond her reach. And now the ball's found up in front. With it is Reichwald. Reichwald trying to find space, still trying to find space. The Brookfield Academy defense directing her out of the middle. Here's the drop pass to Carmody. Carmody inside, battled for inside. Still holding it in is Reichwald. And looked like a handball, but they're going to let that one go as the advantage stays with Brookfield Academy. Ball comes all the way down the sideline in the final 40 seconds of half number one. Throwing down on the side is knocked out of bounds again as Brookfield Academy very content to just delay and run the ball wide. Here's Theobald. Theobald's going to let go a long shot. That one goes up and over the goal and over the fence. Knocked clear out of Pat Jones Field. Give the ball boy a little exercise as we wrap up half number one here.
10.
And the Blue Knights of Brookfield Academy using a late tally there in the 44th minute from Claire Tracy have taken the lead halfway through this Division 4 semifinal. Pretty even half a play throughout the contest, but the Blue Knights use high-scoring freshman phenom Claire Tracy's goal in minute number 44 to take the lead by a score of 1-0. Before that, Howard's Grove had the best scoring opportunity of the half. Tayton Theobald drilled the crossbar in the 12th minute. But here we are, reaching our halftime break. Rain falling here, but nevertheless, we're glad that you're dry at home as you join us here along the NFHS Network and WIAA.tv. Greg Zonefeld with you here as we're going to take about a 7-minute break. Take a little break here at halftime. Once again, our halftime score, Brookfield Academy 1, Howard's Grove 0. We'll be back in about 7 minutes.
The website is
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it for Fraser.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. McKay's on touchdown.
Into the layup, goes at the buzzer.
Wins it. The championship.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it for Frazier.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. McKinnon's on touchdown.
Into the layup, goes at the buzzer.
Frazier wins it. The championship.
Welcome back to Pat Jones Field here at Eline Soccer Park. We're ready for the start of our second half of this Division IV semifinal contest. Brookfield Academy scoring a goal in the 43rd minute to take the lead in this one over Howard's Grove. Running down a few stats from the first half, Brookfield Academy and Howard's Grove, each 5 shots, 2 on goal for Howard's Grove, 1 for Brookfield Academy. 5 fouls on the Tigers, 3 on the Blue Knights. And Brookfield Academy with 2 corner kicks. Looks like the winner of this one's going to meet Cedar Grove, Belgium. They are halfway through that one next door at Kohler Engine Stadium. And the top-ranked Rockets leading 3-0 over Assumption. Here we go with the second half. Another 45 minutes of action to play. Just tuning in, Howard's Grove is in the dark uniforms, blue and black stripe with gold numerals. Brookfield Academy in the white with blue numerals. Brookfield Academy going left to right across your screen as you tune in here in the NFHS network. Thanks to Rush Sports Media for providing us with this contest, and we get a stoppage of play. And looks like we had a difficulty with the clock, and that's why we stopped action here as we begin the second half. So again, a second full day of action going on here at the state tournament. Thanks to our producer Mike and Rich, our cameraman, who trying to survive the rain here for a couple days as we try to stay as dry as we can as we bring you this action. Again, we'll have Division 3 semifinals coming your way here at 1 o'clock. Simultaneous games on these two side-by-side fields with the parking lot in between. And then championships later today. This Division 4 title game will be at 4 o'clock. Matt Menzel and I will have that one for you. And then the Division 3 title game at 7 o'clock tonight. Both those being played in the stadium field at Kohler Engine Stadium. So Brookfield Academy with it on the attack. Ball coming out wide. Over here to get it is Madison York. York is knocked down, knocked off the ball. Ball goes out of bounds. No, just trying to keep it in, and keeping it in is Patty Weiss. Weiss trying to get around the corner, looking inside for the ball. It's broken up by the defender. We'll have a throw-in coming here. Looks like a corner kick. A little difficult viewing angles for us in our broadcast booth. To the far corners, to the near corners of the field, I should say. But coming over to tee it up will be Sarah Wilson. Howard's Grove once again drops 9 defenders in addition to the keeper. 6 players in the pattern, and last time they ran the near post corner trying to get a flick header from Sydney Daney. Let's see what they do this time. Ball doesn't carry quite enough. Comes right to the defender's shoulder, and Megan Scholler knocks it into the corner. Here comes the secondary cross, and that one bounces right into the hands of Madeline Winvan, the goalkeeper for Howard's Grove. Both these teams have made recent trips. 2017, the last time Brookfield Academy was here. It's the same year that Howard's Grove made their trip as well, both teams losing in the semifinals. It's their first ever meeting at the state tournament. Coming out of there with it is Claire Tracy. Easy to see today why she is the player of the year in the Midwest Classic Conference as a freshman. Has future All-Stater written all over her game. And if you are the coaching staff led by Lee Rogers, with his son Corey Rogers at Brookfield Academy, you are going to see some great things from Claire Tracy as her career continues over at Brookfield Academy. Not sure what club program she plays for, but I'm sure she's a real asset to that. Don't see a lot of freshmen with the skill level and talent and field awareness that you're seeing from Claire Tracy. Long ball sent up by the defender coming across the field. Jackie Deek knocks that one out the far side from her outside back position. Alertly played, and now we have a throw-in the offensive third coming for Howard's Grove. Ball in the middle. Theobald trying to get it on her foot. Looking for her teammate Preby. Can't get it, and the ball squirts through, but that's going to be an easy play. There in the center back for the outside back, Josie Larson. Larson plays it up to Preby. Preby able to keep it in front. She goes down the left side. Looking to feed it in the middle to Theobald, but it's cleared out of bounds. Little misplay there in the back by Jackie Deek, and we're going to see a corner kick coming here for Howard's Grove. It'll be their first corner of the game. First corner kick of the game for Howard's Grove. Ball is sent near post. Ball goes in the middle through some traffic. Headed out of bounds, going to get another corner kick. That was last touched by the Brookfield Academy defender. So that corner kick was taken by Theobald, this time running across the field to be Peyton Charles. It's going to be an in-swinger. She takes the right-footed cross. Brookfield Academy also dropping 9 players defensively. Ball there in the middle, coming out and punching it out of there is the keeper, Zeiser. And now winning it is Daney, and she's going to try to knock it down the field, but coming up from center back is Megan Scholler. Scholler with time, dumps it down the middle. Big battle there in the middle of the field. Chipped into the middle by Priebe, bouncing into the box. And it's a good thing that Annika Zeiser was aggressive coming out there because she barely beat Riley Reichwald to that one. But Zeiser has it in hand, and she'll get set for another punt. No wind here in this. Flag straight up over on Kohler Engine Stadium. Back to play it is Weiss. Weiss with the drop pass, and they look for the give and go, and now it's coming through. Two players pursuing, but Sage Damrow is going to alertly take it out wide. We're toward the bench, taken away now by Tracy. Tracy with a little bit of space, beats one defender, now trying to find room down the line. Cuts it back. Now with a pass in the middle, trying to find York. She does. And the ball's dropped back, and a long attempt is made by Sydney Daney, but it's way wide. And it'll be a goal kick coming up here for Brookfield Academy in the 51st minute. Looks like they started the clock again from 0. Ball fought for in the middle. York trying to get it, still trying to get it. Howard's Grove trying to come free with it on her foot is Reichwald. Reichwald beats one defender, but cannot get past Sarah Wilson. Wilson out with a little space to the sideline. Feeds it inside to Tracy. Tracy back to Wilson. Nice wall pass. Now they're going to look to dump it in the corner to Weiss. Ball is over the top. Not quite high enough. Needed just a little bit more height. Instead hit the back of the player, where they might have had some space. Deke with it, and can't quite turn that one in down the sideline. Be a Howard's Grove throw-in. Ball's getting a little damp. Tell that on the throw-ins. A little bit more slipping. Nice step up by Dyke. And ball goes out of bounds. Be a Howard's Grove throw-in. Getting it into Theobald. Theobald with the header, but can't connect with another player. Now Weiss to collect. It's stepping up nicely there in the middle is Megan Schuler. We've seen some good things from Schuler in this one. Theobald with the ball win there. Now gives it off to Schuler. Schuler trying to run through the middle. So she's gonna have to chase Tracy. Tracy curves the ball nicely down the line to York. York puts it off the defender right in front of our broadcast setting here, and it'll be a Brookfield Academy throw-in. With it is Tracy. Tracy with a left foot. That pass is blocked by Holzwart. Now Holzwart with some space. Going laterally across the field, trying to dump it on the far side as she looks for Charles. Charles in a foot race down there with the defender, Carly Zeiler. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Knights. So a deep throw-in coming here for Howard's Grove. And that time Zeiler's able to put it out of bounds off of the Howard's Grove player. And they'll have an opportunity to get the ball going offensively from there. Down the sideline, trying to make the play. Crowd not quite sure they liked what they saw. But nevertheless, play continues as the ball will be a throw-in over there on the far side for Brookfield Academy. Pretty even game statistically. Just about every aspect other than the score, and even that quite even. Just a 1-0 game. Comes a long ball from the back. Knocked down by Deke. Now the ball comes back to Deke again. She's going to get a two-touch on it this time. Takes a dribble looking for the service. Finds Weiss. Weiss trying to collect. Can't quite get it as the defender back there is Priebe to get it. Now Priebe gets the ball into space, and going with it on a dribble is Reichwald. Reichwald diagonally down the center of the field, looking for Theobald. Now cuts it back to her other foot through the defense. Here's a shot. It's a low skipper and comes right into the hands of Annika Zeiser, but a great long dribbling run. Great long dribbling run that time by Riley Reichwald, the junior. Carried the ball for about 55 yards and got a good shot off. The shot went right to the keeper. Long clear. Flicked by the Tigers defense. Take your time with some space there is Josie Larson, and now she's displaced, and coming out of there with it is Daney for Brookfield Academy. Daney in the middle to Larson. Larson with the momentum coming this way with a nice drop pass. Drop pass Sarah Wilson trying to find back to Weiss on the diagonal spin run and couldn't get it. And we'll have a throw in coming up here for Brookfield Academy. Throw in upcoming here for the Blue Knights. Howards Grove set to sub in. New defender here, Brooke Kimmy. Here comes a long ball, long pass, foot race on it. Coming all the way across the field is Jackie Deek as she and Tatum Theobald are in a foot race. Ball's headed out of bounds, and we got the substitution. Kim checks in. She's going to play in place of Emily Wesseljack at an outside back position. Kim, a sophomore, also is the backup goalkeeper. First time we've seen her on the field. Sophomore getting, again, lots of young players both ways here in this one. Ball settles in the middle. Trying to get it on her feet is Larson now coming through. Here comes the ball. It was Damrow trying to break through. Ball still is up front. And Reichwald trying to get free. The ball comes wide. It's dumped back in the middle, rolls into the middle of the box. Here's the swing and a miss by Theobald, and now she puts it in. Tatum Theobald whiffed on the first one, was true on the second. And 11:15 into our second half. We have the equalizer by Howards Grove, scored by Riley Reichwald. It's 1-1 is our score here. We're all knotted up between these two squads. So the shot goes in. I'm actually going to say it was Tatum Theobald. Had the wrong blonde head in there. Tatum Theobald, who hit the woodwork early, now cashes in with this one. Theobald, her 15th goal of the season on a loose change rebound. And we're all tied up here in the second half. 1-1 is our tie. Now we'll see what happens in this next 2 minutes. Off on a key stretch after a goal is scored. How do each team respond? Brookfield Academy with it, it's Tracy. Tracy still finding room. Dumps it on the far side. There's a free runner over here. It's York. York's going to try and maybe didn't get her hips quite around that one. As she tried to get the answer quickly. And that ball goes wide. There'll be a goal kick coming up here. So each team has scored. Brookfield Academy in the 44th minute. Howards Grove in the 57th. And we're all knotted up here. Claire Tracy with the goal for Brookfield Academy, and Tatum Theobald with the goal for Howards Grove. Shots 5 for Brookfield Academy, 7 for Howards Grove. Howards with 4 on goal to 1 for Brookfield Academy. Their only shot on goal is the one that went in by Tracy. Corner kicks 3 for the Blue Knights and 2 for the Tigers. So we've got a brand new ball game here as we are in the 13th minute of our second half. 58th minute of action. We play 90. And things are all knotted up. Here's Claire Tracy on the dribble. Had that beautiful bending goal in the first half. Stops. Now is going to let one go from outside the box. Coming off her line and getting that one on the short skip was Madeline Winvan. She's going to punt that one out. That one probably going to be recorded as the second shot on goal for the Knights. Ball rolls back, and here comes a long clear from Morgan Allen. But it's intercepted, and Howards Grove trying to make something happen again. There's Theobald again, trying to split the defender. She's foiled that time by Olivia Smith. And a nice step up that time in the back by Brooke Kim. Now with it on her feet. On the dribble is Reichwald. Reichwald trying to get it through and didn't have an opening. Thought she had a runner going. Ball goes out for a goal kick. Substitution coming back in for the Tigers is Samara Rutherford, sophomore defender. And she'll replace Megan Schuler. Trying to keep things fresh as this Brookfield Academy offense continue to pound the ball down the field. Getting a little brighter outside here right now. Maybe our rain is done. Be great for the day. Sun trying to find its way through this low cloud ceiling. There on the far side is Charles. Charles locked up there with Zeiler. Zeiler puts it out of bounds on the far side. We're going to have a throw-in coming for the Tigers of Howard's Grove. Out of the Big East Conference with two teams in this Division IV field. Conference champions were Cedar Grove, Belgium, and they're up 3-0 in the 51st minute next door. Looks like they're on their way toward a championship berth. And the ball knocked out of bounds. Right in front of us will be a Howard's Grove throw. Stepping up to get it there is Kim. Kim, who didn't play in the first half, but has done some really nice things in this half in the back position. Throw in headed out of there by Jackie Deek. Comes Larson. Or Tracy, I should say, sending it through and goes way down to the corner. Retreating there to win that ball is Josie Larson. Holding it in the midfield is York. York gives it back to Tracy. Tracy now back to York. York with some speed down the outside. Kim is trailing her. They feed it up there, trying to find Patty Weiss. Haven't been able to get Weiss a lot of touches so far in this one. Tries to get it there, and Kim wins the physical battle there. Now coming all the way up from the back and winning it, and with some space is Gottsacker. Gottsacker going to send a long ball. That one's going to be a little bit too far. No chance there for Peyton Charles to come laterally to try to win that one. It was a good win there by Gottsacker, the freshman. It's coming up from the back to play the ball was Jackie Deek. Comes the ball down the far side, getting some pace and moving quickly with it is Zeiler. Nice job from the back. Zeiler, a junior. Subs coming in here. Brookfield Academy will bring in Bryn Jide. Normally a starter, but didn't get the start today. As Caitlin York got the start. And coming back out of the lineup here for Howard's Grove, Tatum Theobald, the goal scorer, and also Ava Preby. They're both going to get a rest as some subs are in. She's done a lot of running. Throw in there, and a flick header by Daney. Nice flick into the box, but there were no Blue Knights, no white jerseys there to go and collect it. And so Winvan was able to come up there and grab that one quite easily. Ball back into the center back, and Morgan Allen's collected a lot of those today. She does so again. Dropped off to Blanchard. Blanchard trying to get her to Tracy. And she gets knocked down, and will be a free kick for the Blue Knights right at the edge of the box. Not too dangerous, not a lot of wind, just depending what they can get a header or a flick header to a set play off of this one. Doesn't look like they're running anything too set. Tracy's going to send the bender inside. And not much trouble there for Howard's Grove as they look to clear it. It's Whitley Schumacher playing the ball down the outside, knocked out of bounds by B.A. and be a Howard's Grove throw. And it looks like we're going to see an illegal throw-in. The flag is up. And I'm going to say, let's see once if they're going to bring that back. It looks like they are. Brookfield Academy getting the ball off the illegal throw-in. Players need to keep both their feet down, and that last throw didn't have that happen for the Tigers. Brookfield Academy pressing up here just a little bit. Good numbers forward if they can manage to get it there, but the throw-in isn't far enough. Headed out there by the Tigers. Tracy tries to bump it in, but can't do it. Locked up there, and now Tracy does come out of traffic. Just has a real knack for getting the ball through spaces. On the dribble, getting through. Not quite able to get anything on it, though, was Sarah Wilson. And now a good stick. Has stepping up was Jackie Deek. Deek with a long shot. It's going to kind of hang there and took an odd bounce. But no one there for the Blue Knights to try to convert the rebound. Took one of those in-between hops for Madeline Winvan. But no harm done as she was able to collect it after it got just a yard or so away. In our second half, 19 minutes into half number 2. These two teams, Brookfield Academy, the number 5 ranked team in the latest poll, Howard's Grove, the number 7 ranked team. We expected a close one, and we've gotten a close one. Once these 2-3 battles get down here to the seeded state tournament, you expect them to be good, tight ball games, and that's certainly the case. Howard's Grove trying to advance the ball, unable to do so, and that's another good step. Josie Larson, a sophomore, had a really good first half, and picking it up here, moves from outside back to center back as they juggled the lineup a little bit, do the Tigers. Ball down there on the far side is going to be played out of bounds by Carly Zeiler. That'll be a Tigers throw-in. Howard's Grove in the dark uniform. Here's the ball dumped in the middle. Once again, cleaned up by Morgan Allen. Allen now gets it off to Tracy. She has space, but instead plays the long ball. Daney off to the races. Daney running side by side with Schumacher over there. Daney gets it. Coming back to help defensively is Rutherford. Ball comes across. We have an open shot, and the shot is just wide. Ball came all the way across the field. And standing there open, ready for the shot, was Ashley Toy. Correction, that's Bryn Jide. Hard to read these numbers for Brookfield Academy. That's number 12. Jide, and she had an open look at the far post, couldn't get it. Now on the interception, here's Tracy. Tracy with the dribble. Tracy at the top of the box, faked the shot, now cuts it back, runs into 3 defenders, loses the ball, and now here comes Howard's Grove trying to counter. With it is Reichwald. Reichwald has the ball displaced, now they're going to call the foul. Looked like it might have been a clean tackle. The Brookfield bench wanted the clean tackle. It was a slide tackle. Looked like she got all ball, but the referee sees otherwise, and that's really the only opinion that matters. Fans can yell all they want and say what they want, but once the whistle's blown, not too often they're going to change the call. And that time it became Howard's Grove possession. Brookfield Academy dumps it in the middle. They got an advantage going here. Here comes Tracy. She's got speed, looking to dump it. Here comes Weiss. Couldn't quite get connected, but Tracy's still on it. A 25 out, cutting to the left, cutting to the right, through 2 defenders. Now with it is Weiss. Weiss dumps it out wide. With it here is Jide. Jide being pushed and taxed from behind and can't hold on. Couldn't quite get the first touch to keep it on her foot, and the ball goes out of bounds. And we got a Howard's Grove throw in as we get close to the midway point of this second half. Long, long ball. Chasing it, and nice job off the feet by Zeiser. As if she doesn't get that one, Peyton Charles going to be in on that ball. Ball coming out of there. Comes a deep corner ball. Looking to get it. They get it to Weiss. Weiss looking for help. Trying to get it to Tracy. Gets it too far, and Kimmy knocks it off. But they're knocking it out of bounds was Jackie Deek. A lot of all-conference players out here for Brookfield Academy, as you would expect for the conference champions. Long throw is intercepted by Deek. Here's Tracy with space. Tracy now goes wide to Weiss. One of the first times we've really seen Weiss with an opportunity and can't quite get there. Once again, another nice play by Josie Larson as she comes out to knock it out the sideline. Throw-in upcoming here for Brookfield Academy. Weiss trying to dump it in the middle. Gets way inside, comes for Reichwald, and Reichwald is chopped down. No one just couldn't quite get there with Sarah Wilson. Knocked Reichwald down pretty hard. And Howard's Grove bench looking for at least a warning, if not a card. But referee says no, and on we go with the play. Howard's Grove holding it in. Getting a touch on. We're going to see Theobald coming back in, along with Carmody at the next break for the Tigers. 1-1 as we continue play here in the 24th minute of our second half. 69th minute overall. Winding down toward the final quarter hour of regulation. If we are tied, we'll play a pair of 10-minute overtimes. Saw some teams play. Yes. Oh, there's a nice move. Cutting it through inside with Schumacher. Schumacher trying to get it loose. Ran into Morgan Allen, who had to step up and play that one. And the ball went out of bounds for a goal kick. But Schumacher with a really nice move. Another freshman seeing some action here for Coach Michael Windman. Platteville graduate in 2000. Career record is his first season as head coach over here at Howard's Grove. And look at that, he's got the Tigers here at the state tournament. Ball comes down the line, trying to get Patty Weiss free. Double down is Jaidy along with Weiss, and the ball goes out of bounds. And here comes Jaidy's throw off to Weiss down in the corner. Weiss trying to find some space over there. She was a second-team all-conference player. Her fellow front-runner, Sydney Daney, a sophomore, the first-team all-conference player. Ball there in the middle, Reichwald has it taken away. With it on the dribble is Tracy. Tracy trying to get a shot. It's blocked. Now they dump it wide, and with some free space to run is Jaidy. Jaidy has plenty of space to set up a cross. Cross though goes on the ground and harmlessly cleared away by Larson, and trying to keep it in. And looking like she might have got injured, but now she's up is Sarah Wilson. And coming out of there is Carmody. Carmody gets it up front here. Schumacher battling there and turned down the line. Turned down the line there by Deke. And we got a couple subs coming in, as we said. Returning is Jocelyn Carmody. Also checking back in, Megan Schuler. And Theobald also came back in. So good minutes off the bench defensively by Brooke Kimmy, the sophomore. Didn't play in the first half, but gave some good minutes there in the second. Pass comes up front, and looked like Theobald was going to try to get a shield in, and the defender stepping right around her over there, making a nice play, was Carly Zeiler. That ball's going to roll off, not really a shot, kind of a pass. Rolls and is easily collected by Zeiser. So Zeiser with it. Set for another punt. Low driving punt that time. Takes a good skip. Gets all the way through every line. And forced to retreat way back to get it there is Samara Rutherford. Now with it is Tracy on the intercept. Tracy with space. Tracy now feeds off to Weiss. Weiss top of the box. Setting up a shot. Does, but doesn't get enough on it. And it rolls right slowly to Madeline Winvin. First time we've really seen Patty Weiss get free to the point that she could get a shot. And that one went harmlessly to Winvin, but definitely what Coach Rogers and the Brookfield Academy Knights want to see. On the run, trying to get loose there is Theobald. But cleared out of there by Allen. Allen now plays it up through Smith and gets it up there to Claire. Tracy. Tracy back again to Weiss as they've put her a little more inside. Tracy with the touch. Lost it, got it back. Now cutting back over. Trying to beat the double team. Looking for help, and her back pass is off the mark, but Olivia Smith comes and gets it. Smith gets it off now to Wilson. Wilson trying to find Tracy. Displaced. Intercepted there in the middle by Reichwald. And now trying to get it up to Theobald, but moving that out of there. Having nothing to it was Carly Zeiler. Zeiler gets it off to Blanchard. Blanchard now going wide. With the run on the far side over there is Zeiler. Zeiler trying to find somewhere to go. Can't quite get it where they need to. Substitution back in for Howard's Grove. Emily Wesseljack, a senior, come back into the back line. Looks like Samara Rutherford will come off. Pretty consistent subbing rotations by Coach Michael Winvin, Steve Knerner. As we reach the getting close to the half-hour mark of this half, which mean we'd be in the final quarter hour of regulation. In this one, we'll see which team can find a way to forge ahead. Give and go coming inside with it is Wilson. Wilson trying to look far post. And couldn't quite get loose there. Ball goes out harmlessly for a goal kick. Ava Preby checks back in. Starting midfielder, sophomore. And Preby replaces Kendall Gottsacker. Seen 6 players off of the Howards Grove bench get out on the field here at Pat Jones Field. Playing on this nice pitch, really a beautiful turf facility here. And some people not happy necessarily with the format that the WIA has gone with this tournament. However, really being consistent with what they've done with the other soccer, or really all of the other sports tournaments this year. Trying to go one-day format, limiting travel, limiting contact. And here at Eline Soccer Park with 2 nice fields, really nothing for people to complain about the quality of facility. We got a foul out front as there was a collision between Preby and Sarah Wilson, and this is a dangerous spot. If you're a Tiger fan, standing over the ball is Claire Tracy, an unbelievably skilled player, even though she's a freshman. She's 28 yards out. Set for the free kick. 3-person wall. She launches the kick, trying to launch it. It hits the post, comes straight down, but doesn't go in. And it's cleared off the line by Howards Grove. A dipping shot from 35 from Claire Tracy. Catches the crossbar, comes down, but the AR right in position on the end line. Says no goal, but a very close chance for the Blue Knights. Howards Grove dodges that bullet as we're now past the 60-minute mark. We've been playing for an hour. Actually playing 75 minutes. We're in the final quarter hour of action, and this one knotted up at 1. Our goals in this one, Claire Tracy, a beautiful shot in the 44th minute. And Tatum Theobald with the answer in the 57th for Howards Grove. Howards Grove bringing it up. It's Carmody. Carmody trying to get around one player. She does get around Smith. Now looking to play a long ball, but it's about 8 yards too far for Theobald. Carmody did a good job to elude Olivia Smith and have an opening to make the pass, but couldn't quite connect. A little bit too much mustard on it that time. A little bit too much breakfast this morning. Put that one a little bit too far. Ball coming around on the far side right in front of us. Turning that one is Madison York. Out of bounds for a throw-in for Howards Grove. Fitness will be an interesting thing if we do get to overtime. Have only seen one reserve player for Brookfield Academy. Ball going wide to Weiss. And Weiss looked like she might have an opening, but good catch-up speed by Schuler. Knocks it out of bounds for the Tigers. He said Brookfield Academy playing without one of their captains, senior midfielder Abby Doble. Checking in today at West Point. Something pretty special to receive an appointment to the academy, and unfortunately with this later schedule of the state tournament, knocking out a key midfield player for Brookfield Academy. But we wish Doble the best as she not only goes to the academy but serves our country in the military. We need fine kids to do those kind of things, and only the best get to the point that they get to go to West Point. So congratulations to her. And her teammates doing quite well even without her. Just takes away a little bit of their depth, I'm sure, today. Over on the far side with it on the dribble is Zeiler. Zeiler looking inside. Ball is chipped. And not quite cleared, though, by Howards Grove. And comes in the middle with it now is Tracy. Tracy off to the races. Now feeds Daney. Daney is in the box. Double team tried to go to the end line. Nice play once again. Called her name a lot. Josie Larson with a good stick, but doesn't get the clear all the way out. And Sarah Wilson with it. She's going to go from distance. The shot is right at the near post to Winvan, and she fumbles it momentarily but covers it up. And Howards Grove averts that opportunity. Substitution set for the Tigers. Coming back in will be Peyton Scharl. Plays midfield and has done some good things up front, the senior captain. Trying to insert some offense. And here comes Tracy. She beats one. She beats another. Now Howards Grove defense on the run. Left-footed shot is in. Claire Tracy, just like that, breaks through the defense, zigzags her way. The left-footed shot beats Winvan to the far post. And Brookfield Academy has taken the lead in the 69th minute. The freshman Claire Tracy with the unassisted goal in the 75th minute, in the 75th minute. 79th minute. As now they get the clock up there, 78-12. The time of the goal for Claire Tracy, her 22nd tally of the season. Nice left-footed shot, and they lead 2-1. So now the pressure comes on Howard's Grove with less than 12 minutes to go. The Tigers are going to need to look to find that equalizer. Ball comes down the far side, and trying to run that down is Blanchard. Goes too deep and cleared out of there by the Howard's Grove defense and Sage Damrow. Damrow and Larson over there on that right side form a pretty solid defensive duo. And now we got a throw-in coming. A referee not liking how far the Blue Knights were sneaking up for that throw-in, so readjust the position. Big, long throw-in, trying to get it to Daney. Headed in the middle. Schuler coming with it on her foot, trying to get it up there. And a nice win inside the middle by Sarah Wilson. Wilson gets it wide to Daney. Knocked out of bounds, and that may well be a corner. Nope, it's going to be a goal kick. Wasn't quite sure if that had caught the toe of Josie Larson. But our center official right there all over it. In great position, and Joseph Wendelick from Stevens Point. Not sure this is his first time. Haven't seen him here before. But enjoying the opportunity, making their call and pointing that way. With it once again is Tracy. Called her name a lot. Goes around the left to the right. Now to her left foot. Another left-footed shot. Far post. Just a little bit too far. Looked like she might have had Madison York at the back post on the run, but couldn't quite crash the post in time. But a really beautiful ball put out there once again by Tracy. Winner of this one, remember, advances to the championship game at 4 o'clock today. Looks like it'll be against Cedar Grove, Belgium. They lead 3-0 in the 72nd minute across the parking lot at Kohler Engine Stadium. Got a lot of time left in this one. Into the final 10 minutes, it's 2-1. Brookfield Academy leading Howard's Grove. Greg Zonefeld, happy to have you along on the NFHS Network and WIAA.TV. Bring you this Division IV girls soccer semifinal. There were no champions in 2020. There were no playoffs. There was no season last year due to the pandemic. So these kids have been waiting 2 years to get back on the field here and have a chance to play for a state championship. Good battle over there on the far side. Carly Zeiler is going to knock it out of bounds. Last touch by Mackenzie Holsward. Holsward had a great first half. Haven't called her name quite as much in half number 2. Brookfield Academy, probably the Blue Knights adjusting a little bit in their defense because Holsward found some space. And if you're Coach Michael Winvan, you'd like to see her find some space again and serve something up and see if they can get the equalizer. Players lose the ball in the sun. That's something that never happened yesterday because we never saw the sun through our long day of soccer and lightning delays and rain delays. Sun trying to peek through, but definitely has gotten a lot brighter in this second half. Holding it in the back. And there's a nice win, and they are going to call the foul. Didn't hear the whistle, but they do call the foul as getting taken down there was Carly Zeiler. So that'll mean a middle third free kick over on the far side, just on the defensive end of the field. And Zeiler's going to take her time a little bit. Sets the ball, and when you're up by 1 in the last 10 minutes, everything takes you just a few seconds longer to do. And to let some of that time expire. Winning it there in the middle is Sarah Wilson, and she's displaced. And here comes Riley Reichwald. The junior who's shown a burst, shows one again. She's double-teamed over there to the sideline. We're going to get a foul. It's going to be out of bounds. There'll be a throw-in coming up here for Howard's Grove. Reichwald, typically a forward, 26 goals on the season, but has gone to play midfield in an attempt to match up a bit with Claire Tracy. It's been mostly successful. There's Reichwald with it on her foot. Good battle. Referee says no call as the player goes down in the box. That one's blocked. Trying to clear it out. Get it to Theobald. Now here's a left-footed shot. It's blocked in the box. Still in the box. Whiff. And barely getting something on it was Reichwald as looked like Howard's Grove might have an opening there. Brookfield Academy, the Blue Knights struggling to clear it. But Howard's Grove unable to take advantage. And now with the punt again is Annika Zeiser. Now in the 84th minute. 90 is the magic number if you're a BA fan. Ball's knocked loose, get a foul called there. Much to the dismay of the Howards Grove faithful on the far side. Free kick coming here. And set to tee that one up again will be Carly Zeiler. She's going to play short ball. Short ball to Tracy. Tracy draws two players, just going to feed it slowly down to the corner. And going to collect it there is Howards Grove. They turn it up the sideline, intercepted by Tracy. Tracy beats one player, now beats another player, still has it on her foot. It's going to take a shot. It's inside the near post, and Maddie Windven able to get that one. Brookfield Academy's really stepped up the shots this half. They now have 13 overall, 6 of them on goal to 8 for Howards Grove. Howards Grove had 5 of those 8 in the first half, so really haven't been able to find the offense as much as they'd like to in this second half, though they did get the equalizer in the 57th minute. Other than that, only 2 shots at goal for the Tigers. Clock continues to wind down. We're in the 85th minute. Comes a long ball and coming loose. On the run is Peyton Charles. Charles with one person to beat, tries to get it and tries to turn with her left foot. Good pursuit defensively to put some pressure on by Jackie Deek. But the shot goes right to Zeiser. Zeiser is able to collect that one and now set to make the punt. Drop kick punt once again all the way across half field. Daney knocks it off to Weiss. Weiss now back to Tracy. Tracy now is going to go down the left side. If the pattern would stay correct, she's going to dump it down in the corner. She beats the corner, now knocks it out of bounds. Good pressure that time by Mackenzie Holsworth. And here comes substitution. Kendall Gottsacker checking in. And she's going to replace Ava Preby. Get some fresh legs off the bench for this final push. Coach Michael Winben and his squad trying to really up the pressure. We'll see if they go to 3 in the back as things get a little more crazy here. And there's a mix-up defensively. Ball is knocked loose. 2 Howards Grove players run into each other, and Emily Wesseljack forced to knock it out the sideline. That could have been a disastrous thing for the Tigers. Had Patty Weiss been able to get onto that one and take the shot, but alertly done. The senior Wesseljack knocks that one out the sideline. It'll be a throw-in coming up for Brookfield Academy way deep. And it looks like they're going to throw it in and look to do the classic time waster in the corner. Holding possession is Claire Tracy. They're going to have to come and double her. She's still got it. Still got it. And it's out of bounds. Oh, it's going to be a Howards Grove throw-in. So in the 87th minute, just over 3 minutes left to play. Throw-in coming here for Howards Grove. They get it down the sideline. Out of bounds, last touch by Brookfield Academy, so they're going to continue to move it up here. Throw comes in the middle. Trying to get it is Reichwald. Reichwald still trying to get it, Cleared up the sideline over there by Zeiler. And now here's Larson with it again. Or Claire Tracy, I should say. Tracy trying to find somewhere to go. Still has it, knocked off the ball. But Weiss comes back. She's going to drop it back to Zeiler. Zeiler looked like she lost it. Now here comes a long ball. Out of position is the center back Allen for Brookfield Academy. But Howards Grove can't quite get it onto their feet. As it was Gottsacker trying to find it. If she could have got it on her feet, she might have been able to get across to the far side because the back post was open. Nice step up there by the Tigers. Good ball win by Carmody. As we are now with 2.5 minutes to play. And the long ball comes down, and we're going to have a throw-in. Deep throw-in for Howards Grove. So Brookfield Academy looking to make a defensive stand. Howards Grove has the ball way down in their third, and here's the big clear by Claire Tracy. It's going to roll all the way across half field, and forced to go get it is Josie Larson. Larson's going to send it back with a big boot. Trying to find Holsworth. Ball gets through her, and now it's popping loose. Trying to get it to Charles. But at the last minute, it's moved out of there by the Blue Knights, but still held in by Carmody. Carmody trying to dump. Comes out of bounds. Comes off of the defender. Down there, Jackie Deacon out of bounds. And we got yet another deep throw in here for the Tigers. In the 89th minute. Ball coming up front. Here's the cross in the middle. Trying to get his Theobald. Now Reichwald. Now almost getting there was Reichwald. Now the ball's dumped in the middle. And trying to clear but not getting it clear are the Blue Knights. Now with the clear finally is Madison York. Comes back to half field. Right in front of us here with it are the Tigers. They look inside trying to connect with Holsward. And now a big ball sent out of there by Tracy. Sends the deep diagonal ball. Charging after it is Josie Larson as we are now in the final minute of play. Brookfield Academy doing what they can to play deep corner balls and use time. Howard's Grove in major desperation mode now. And there's the ball knocked loose. Here it comes by Blanchard. Blanchard down in the corner, trying to fight for it. Coming out of there with it is Josie Larson. Now it comes to Weiss. Weiss with it on her feet. She's not even going to look at the goal. She's heading down to the corner flag. Weiss with two Tigers in pursuit. Standing there in the corner will be a throw in here for Brookfield Academy as we get into the final half minute. And it'll be Claire Tracy set to make the throw as they switch the thrower. They're going to throw it in down there in the corner. Weiss has it. The ball's knocked out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick for Brookfield Academy. And with about 15 seconds to go, I don't know that you're going to see this one go anywhere but a short pass coming here to Claire Tracy.
9, 8.
Final countdown is on.
5,
And Brookfield
4,
Academy
3,
is going to play the ball in for the corner.
1.
And time is going to expire. And for the first time since 2017, the Brookfield Academy Blue Knights are going to be playing for gold ball this afternoon as they have knocked off Howard's Grove by a score of 2-1. Coach Lee Rogers and his squad remain unbeaten on the year. They advanced to 10 wins, 0 losses, and 2 ties with a hard-fought victory. Howard's Grove ranked 7th, the second seed is going to see their season end. Another fine season with a record of 10 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. But it's a goal by Claire Tracy in the 79th minute that's going to make the difference as the Blue Knights move on with the victory. Looks like they'll be playing Cedar Grove, Belgium. They're in the 83rd minute next door at Kohler Engine Stadium, and the Rockets leading Assumption by a score of 3-0. Quick check down our scoring summary for you. Brookfield Academy broke a scoreless tie in the 44th minute. Freshman Claire Tracy, the player of the year in the Midwest Classic Conference, made a nice move, had a bending shot that went to the upper corner just out of the outstretched arms of Madeline Winvin for a 1-0 lead at the 44th minute. That was just before halftime. Early in the second half, it was the equalizer coming from Howard's Grove. Taylor Theobald, who had hit the crossbar with a shot in the 12th minute, picks up a rebound in traffic and taps it home for her 15th goal of the year to get the equalizer at 56-15. But in the 79th minute, Claire Tracy once again doing the job, moving through with a left-footed shot to the far post that found the back of the net for her 22nd goal, wrapping up the brace and giving Brookfield Academy the 2-1 victory. Taking a look at our statistics provided to us by the Wisconsin Lutheran College stat crew. Total shots, Brookfield Academy with 13, Howard's Grove with 9. Shots on goal, 6 for the Blue Knights, 5 for the Tigers. Both keepers forced to make 4 saves. Corner kicks, 4 for the Knights and 2 for Howard's Grove. Offside, just 1 of those for Brookfield Academy. Fouls almost dead even as well, 7 for Brookfield Academy and 6 for Howard's Grove. So 1 ticket is punched. The second one should be punched shortly as it's now 4-0 next door. So it looks like our championship game will feature the 3rd seed, Brookfield Academy Blue Knights, and the top seed, Cedar Grove, Belgium. We're going to take a little break as we reset the table here, reset the field at Pat Jones Field, and we'll be up next with Division III semifinal. The game that we're going to have for you here on Pat Jones Field will be number 2 seed McFarland and number 3 seed New Berlin Eisenhower. Kickoff for that one about an hour away. We're going to be on the air about 10 to 1 for National Anthem, and we'll get things set for you. Once again, for WIAA.TV and the NFHS Network, this has been Greg Zonefeld bringing you this Division IV semifinal this morning, where our final score, Brookfield Academy 2, Howards Grove 1. Thanks for watching.